Pediatric palliative care is specialized medical care for children with serious illnesses, but there is a growing lack of access to children's palliative care. I looked into how this problem is being solved here in Phoenix. Madison Wentland discovered something wasn't right with her son Jude when he was just a few days old.
He just wasn't gaining weight or eating well.
He was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder called GRIN2D, and she was unsure what services were available.
He has epilepsy, he has sleep issues, he's developmentally delayed, and he just suffers from a lot of unknown caused pain. And it was just really a daunting thought to know, hey, we have to do this every day for the rest of our lives without a break.
Places like Ryan House provide respite for families who need a break and hospice care to help children during the end-of-life process. This Phoenix nonprofit helps kids like Jude who have a genetic disorder.
We want to make sure that our kids across the spectrum, whether that's here for respite or here for hospice, are comfortable. And we want families to feel that way too.
Ryan House has 8 bedrooms along with activity and therapy rooms and a memorial garden which displays over 400 tiles representing children who have passed. But only 2 other facilities like Ryan House exist in the country. Jonathan and Holly Cotter noticed the lack of resources after their own son was born with spinal muscular atrophy while they were living in London 20 years ago.
We were told to take him home, love him, and don't expect him to live to his 2nd birthday.
A children's hospice home in England provided care for their family.
And there were 42 of these kinds of children's hospice homes scattered around the United Kingdom and 0 in the United States.
When they moved to Phoenix, they created Ryan House, which became the 2nd of its kind in the U.S. Ryan was 9 years old when the building opened, and he later passed away while receiving care at Ryan House.
He ultimately died at 17, a little over 4 years ago at this point.
Across the hall.
The nonprofit has seen over 1,000 kids since its opening in 2010, including Jude, who isn't able to speak, so he shows his excitement in other ways.
He takes off the second he gets to Ryan House. He goes straight through the doors and he goes to find his favorite people. And so I know he loves it, and I know it's a really special place for him.
A study shows every day over 5,000 children with chronic conditions are within the last 6 months of their lives.
As programs like this are emerging, those families are coming out of their homes and realizing that it's not that they didn't have the need, they always had the need, there just was no solution to help them.
But families need more options.
On the respite side, our wait list for first days, we're at about 6 months out.
Wetland hopes to see more services like Ryan House across the U.S.
There's so many kids just like Jude around the country, and they all deserve to have a place to go, including their families. After Ryan's death, Jonathan Cotter helped create the National Center for Pediatric Palliative Care Homes, which works on developing programs like Ryan House throughout the country.